Welcome to the lesson on barriers for implementing Lean. Upon completion of this lesson, learners will be able to critique Lean manufacturing, explaining barriers to implementation. So now the question is, why doesn't everyone use Lean? Some companies may choose not to adopt Lean because they have decided to take a different process improvement route, or maybe the company doesn't see a need for improvement at all. In some cases, companies who have attempted Lean projects have experienced failure or have not achieved the success they had expected. Common barriers include issues with enthusiasm, communication, planning, sequence of events, effort put in, the supply chain, patience, metrics, and resources. Several reasons may lead to the difficulties and disappointments experienced by companies during the implementation of a Lean project. While processes cause some failures, people cause many of the problems. Although many companies face problems for company-specific reasons, a few common barriers or reasons for failure result from management, communication, training, and resource issues. A list of common barriers include lack of commitment, lack of company-wide engagement, culture shock, ineffective sequence, improper balance of talk and walk, disregard for the supply chain, lack of patience and abandoning projects, inconsistent metrics, and limited resources. Let us discuss each in detail in the upcoming slides. One of the first barriers is the lack of commitment. For Lean to be successful, the upper-level management must be fully committed from the start of the project through to its end. Even after project implementation, Lean calls for continuous improvement actions and other permanent ongoing changes. Executive management that is partially committed or loses enthusiasm midway through a project will not be successful. A lack of company-wide engagement and consideration for the entire organization is another factor that leads to Lean implementation failures, particularly when all functions of the company are not included in decisions throughout the project. Because Lean affects all company branches, consideration should be given to human resources, finance, sales, product design, the production floor, and all other functions. Furthermore, everyone should be informed and engaged in the project. Communication is key. The third barrier is culture shock. Lean projects fail because companies cannot adjust to the radical culture change. Planning, preparation, and a well-equipped human resources department can help lessen the blow of these changes. Ineffective sequence forms the fourth barrier. Companies experience trouble because they implement Lean tools in the wrong order. Having a Lean expert on the project team is a good way to ensure that steps follow an effective plan. The fifth barrier is the improper balance of talk and walk. Companies sometimes put too much emphasis on training and not enough on actual effort. Intensive training and education efforts are useless if they aren't eventually put into practice. On the other hand, some companies are not exposed to enough training. Disregarding the supply chain is the sixth barrier. Issues can arise if all the components of the supply chain are not accounted for properly. Supply chain steps, both upstream and downstream, are important in JIT manufacturing. Pull production, Kanban systems, and almost all key concepts of Lean. The seventh barrier is the lack of patience in abandoning projects. Lean is not achieved overnight. Truly, making a Lean transformation can take years. The lifespan of a Lean project may extend longer than the employment period of the management who initiated the project. The next manager may decide to abandon or change the course of the project. The eighth barrier is inconsistent metrics. Companies have called off Lean initiatives because they are not pleased with certain measurements that are not a good indicator of improvement. For example, the percent improvement measured for a process may seem unimpressive, but the value is significant when translated to financial improvement. Many factors can make numbers seem better or worse than actual performance. The trend is sometimes more important than the actual metric. The ninth and final barrier is limited resources. Lean initiatives are expensive and require significant resources. A lack of resources, improper allocation of resources, and an insufficient number of experts can lead to the failure of a project. In summary, many companies choose not to adopt Lean for a variety of reasons. Common barriers to implementing Lean include issues with enthusiasm, communication, planning, sequence of events, effort put in, the supply chain, patience, metrics, and resources. Thank you.